You know, like how TV shows will have like a like a companion podcast, like HBO does it quite a bit where they got like a guy or a girl or a guy and a girl and they all make a podcast about a show and like for just a second like you're watching your show and it flashed a companion podcast and maybe you are curious and you go and you look at it, and your brain tricks you for like all of 1 second that it could be cool and you could become like a podcast kind of person. And then you click on it and it's just like the most bullshit thing you've ever seen. Like the most uncharismatic and dumb people they could have possibly hired to do a companion podcast. So, yeah, welcome to the Sveit, however you want to say it. I prefer Sveit companion podcast. We're going to be looking at episode 1 of the radio show. Um, yeah, so big ups to my man Sveit. I'm your uncharismatic brother. Let's look at Leprechaun, right? I never saw that movie. He was right. No one's seen that movie. The movie sounds awful. But one thing that did catch my attention was he mentioned that he could fight a leprechaun. Like, everyone at home, please go to Google, look up a leprechaun, and tell me, do you think Spike could fight one of those? Because he said he could fuck one up, and from what I saw, I don't know. They're dense. They could take a shotgun blast because they're so dense, and they got magic and shit. I think that's something Spike forgot about. Maybe was that like if you look at like Figglehorn, he's leprechaun-ish. He might be a relative to the leprechauns, and he was doing magic all the time. He did magic on the Great Khali. You know, I think I don't know. I haven't seen WWE for a very long time, but Figglehorn he was casting spells and shit, and I think that his fight had to go 1-on-1 with the Great One, Figglehorn. He'd get fucked up. He'd get warped. So yeah, fight. Be more careful, man. How you call out? Yeah, what a great idea. The fight radio show. You know, now I have the great idea, the companion podcast. While he's getting all of his glamour and glory up on the radio, I'm I'm just the lowly. I'm shoveling the coal in the Titanic. I'm down here getting grimy. The companion podcast. I'm the deficient little brother. You know, and fuck, man, Svite thinks no one's gonna watch his shit. No one is gonna watch this shit. That has to count for something, right, Svite? Like, no one's gonna be watching this shit. But yeah, what else? You talked about that movie. He talked about some other bullshit movies. He talked about the monkey. I'd never seen that. Um, yeah, all of his movies sucked. I'm just gonna talk about some other shit. I recently saw Babylon. It's Damien Chazelle's third feature film. Um, and yeah, he lost some points with me from that film. I missed it whenever it came out. I believe it was 2022. Um, it's just a fucking mess. There's some really beautiful scenes and dialogue, but 90% of that movie is a fucking mess. I don't know what the hell that guy was thinking. No one should see Babylon. It's bloated. It's a piece of shit. Um, yeah, I guess I could talk about a couple other movies that maybe some better movies. What's some better movies that I've seen recently? Um, I saw The Big Short. That's a fine film. Exploring a very a time in American history that's kind of shrouded a little bit. There was some underhanded tactics at play. For all the youngins that don't remember, it's regarding the '08 housing crisis. You know what I was doing in '08 during the housing crisis? I was playing Sly Cooper on my PlayStation 2. Didn't give a fuck. Lived in a trailer. What were you guys doing in the 2008 financial crisis, the housing crisis? Leave it in the comments. What were you doing in 2008? Let's see. What else? I got a little bit of notes here. I'm a big fan of the Sveit radio show, so I took some notes to make sure I hit all of his points. Yeah, he talked about a lot about movies, but then he also talked a little bit about that guy who does the royalty-free effects. You remember, like, 2014, 2015, all them damn YouTubers running around using those royalty-free sound bites, like Vanos Gaming and shit like that. Oh my god, what a time to be alive that was. Those of you who weren't there for that, you missed out. I'm telling you. Oh, fuck. I'm feeling a little underprepared for this adventure. You know. You know what's fight? Fuck you, right? I mean, fuck your show. You think you're so high and mighty because you got a radio show and leaving the fucking bums of the world like me to be doing the damn companion podcasts? I'm funny. I got some fucking wit. I'm not quick-witted. I got to think for a moment, but just because you got a fucking radio show thinking you could shit on us. Fucking dick. But hey, I appreciate the opportunity to let me host the companion show, because it is a big step up. Yeah, I'm on my lunch break right now. Just sort of waiting to go back into work. I figured I'd fire up Paint and start up the companion show. Fuck. You guys like dead air? I heard some people like it. I remember Mark Rebillier had this really great quote about dead air. He said,